Hi, how are you?
5 minutes ago.
Hi. I'm Amy.
I'm Shawn. I have to thank this woman because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And that's so humble and appreciative, and it means like the world to me. So.
Well, some of the other fans recommended you, so
I know.
that was
I'm
really
so
cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The things I'm happiest about is the community seems to all be bonding with each other, and that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And we're both like very long members of the forum
cool.
and everything like
That's
that.
really
so.
cool.
Yeah,
My
I'm
first
glad.
CD I got from you was back in well, my sister got it from you in Penn State, back in '96 or something. You were playing on the lawn, and you just gave my sister the CD, and she gave it to me. I'm like, this is personal, right from Jewel.
Really?
Except I had my first CD was I got yours on Christmas and the Spice Girls. So, very diverse.
All kinds. Yeah, that's good. I have diverse taste. Why not?
But yeah, so we saw you made that like cake, and you've been doing like a lot of the baking things, like the not Perkins, what is it? Denny's. Is that something you're like branching into? Is like, or you cook a lot? Or
I love to cook. I'm a huge fan of it. I watch the Food Network like a religion.
Those
like
enchiladas or
candles.
whatever. Did you make that
Those
one time?
empanadas. Yeah.
So good.
I really love to cook, and it's funny because it's just like my music. Like one day I'll cook Mexican, and the next day I'll cook French, and the next day I'll cook baked goods, and it's like all over the map as usual.
I like that. What's that on Iron Chef a couple years ago you did, or was it lamb or something?
Yeah,
What was
the Lamb
that?
Challenge. I got to be a judge on Iron Chef America, which was the only show I've ever asked my agency to hook me up with, and they were like, most people ask to be on episodes of Friends, or like on One Tree Hill, but you want to be on Iron Chef America. I was like, hook me up.
Hey, it's nice to have friends. What was I going to say? I was thinking about you this weekend because I grew up on a farm and I was riding my horse. And my horse is the most stubborn thing. And, my father's there. Show him who's boss. Like, I don't know what that means. How would Jewel handle this situation? And I was thinking about you. I was like, it was beautiful, this trail, and I was on the horse. And I was fighting the horse the whole time, but. I was thinking about I wonder if Jewel's riding her horse in Texas right now.
Yeah, riding horses is a whole art. It's really
Were
amazing.
you ever scared of it? Because I'm deadly afraid of horses, but I love them, and I've always wanted to learn. But they're just so frightening, and it's like one of my biggest fears. But I love them; they're beautiful animals.
You need to trust them.
And is it like a trust thing? Like you have to build a trust with them? Or?
It's mutual. They have to build a trust with you too. I think a lot of humans just overpower them. It's really common. The way Ty was taught to ride, and me as well, was just to overpower them, force them to do what you want, which is kind of hard because they are a lot stronger than you. But you will find horses that are just kind enough that they'll let you yank them around, push them around, and then
I was reading this thing where you were saying just to will think you want them
you
to
have to
turn.
learn to think like a horse does. They're a herd animal, and they're a prey animal, and so they're afraid. And so you have to learn to talk in a different way, communicate with them in a different way, because we try and drive a horse like we drive cars. We go left, right, stop. But they're living animals that can't read your mind, and they don't even know mechanical cues, so everything surprises them. You just yank their head, and they're like, what the hell? Why are you yanking my head out of the blue? So you can spend years and years learning a new style of horsemanship, but it's quite an ordeal, but a really neat passion.
Yeah. I was wishing you would bring George back here.
How old is George? People. He's about 8 years old, and he's not very hip to people.
So you did
kind of he likes me.
Isn't that
was he spoiled?
Yeah.
Spoiled.
He's very spoiled, but he's very well behaved at the same time. I think
So you're not like Paris Hilton overdoing it now?
I don't know. I probably overdo it, but he never needs a leash. He minds all my cues and walks off with a leash. And he doesn't disobey. He's very well trained.
Would you ever do you did the orchestra thing in Cleveland a couple of years? I was at that show as well, and that was one of my favorites. Would you ever do a whole tour like that or something?
I'd like to. I've tried to put it together a couple times. They're hard to organize because you have to use the local symphony, and then finding dates that match up with everybody's local symphonies. And then I think I would have to travel with a conductor. It can be done. I've definitely thought about it and would like to. I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, that night was amazing. It was just awesome.
Yeah, it's something I'd love to aspire to be able to, as my fan base grows and, to be able to do kind of black tie. I'd love to do more. You have to get dressed up for those. And I just think it'd be so fun, an evening with.
We were going to ask you, you do, you did the acting before. We were reading a couple of years ago, of that Wave project, the movie Wave or whatever. Whatever happened with that? Because that never was discussed again.
Yeah, I don't know. That one just fell through, which, all movies pretty much do. I kind of quit pursuing acting even though I love it, and as an artist I would have loved, I think I would have been great. I think I would have loved to do it. It really was fulfilling. But it wasn't as fulfilling as it was exhausting. And I looked at like what it would take to have 2 full-time careers, have to live in Hollywood. And then I looked at people that did have 2 careers, and it's hard. It's hard to have a love life. It's hard to keep a relationship. And
it's gotta be weird.
have
too,
2
like kissing,
relationships.
Bravo.
I think
And
it's weird.
that must, I mean,
It is weird,
It's
and they all
gotta be-
say it isn't, but it's
I think
weird. It's super weird. I think it's really weird.
Who wouldn't want to kiss Bravo though?
I know.
Well, anyway, I wanted to say thank you. When I was I went through cancer,
Wow.
chemo and stuff, and it was right when Spirit got released, and Life Uncommon just means so much to me.
Wow. That's
Once,
amazing.
and when I read your book and how you wrote that for Jackie and stuff,
Yeah.
I love this
Oh,
song, the
that's
whole
so
story, and
neat.
it really, like, I just, whenever I'm in a funk, I put that song on. It just, like, I've never, like, listened to a song that meant so much. And I
That's
just,
amazing.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it. Congratulations on being a survivor.
Oh, I know.
Really something.
10 years.
Amazing. You were young, huh?
19.
Wow.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
10?
Yeah. Wait. No, that's young. Still young.
Just amazing, and just thank you so much. And
Yeah, music's always helped me so much. I've always used it like medicine, so I've always been really happy that it helps other people the same way.
and I'm sure you're used to hearing people say things like that, but
No, it always means a lot. That's why I do it. I mean, the business is crazy. There's so much about it that's just makes you want to quit, but I like people. I like the fans. I like the direct, like I like that people get the music and it's nothing complicated. You know, that's the nice part.
Is that duet with Tyrese coming out anytime?
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be part of his digital comic book, which will be on iTunes, and I think if you buy the comic book, that single is a part of it. Tell me what you guys think of it. Is it out yet? I don't know.
No, he had a preview on his what was that website? Say Now, or that number you call
Oh,
and
yeah.
you leave messages for like.
Right.
He leaves messages for his fans and stuff. That number.
Right.
He had a preview of that and it sounded really, you know, it was different, but it sounded.
Yeah,
like,
Babyface wrote it, and it's a nice song.
are you planning on playing any new stuff tonight?
Yes, I am.
What do you think of it?
I'm thinking about Stay Here Forever and Father's Daughter, and she would be probably.
Is my father's daughter? No, that was like a weird stutter there. Father's Daughter. Is that going to be on your next country album? 'Cause I thought first I heard that I thought that'd make an amazing country single.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just not figuring it out. I might do a mini album release with Walmart where it's 6 songs for like $5 or something like that. So that's what we're looking at right now. And so I'm trying to figure out what 6 songs I would do.
That's tough.
It's really hard.
Have you played Flower at all? Have you practiced that one? That's like an oldie but
A
goodie.
long time. But I did learn my homework from the poem.
What were you doing?
Angel
No.
Needs a Ride and
Yeah.
the Totally Tupperware song, Memoirs of a Housewife. Housewife's Revenge. No, Memoirs of a Housewife.
Or you should do Till It Feels Like Cheating Tonight.
I haven't practiced that one.
I've got to interrupt. I'm
I
so
haven't practiced
sorry.
Any other ones?
Gotta
Thank you.
sign off.
All right.
Everyone, say goodbye. Bye.